I worked as a night custodian at a regional hospital for almost 4 years. Most nights it was routine. Clean offices, wipe down floors, take out trash. But there was one part of the building none of us liked: the abandoned East Wing. The hospital had been built in the 1950s and expanded several times. By the 1990s, a whole section of patient rooms was shut down after a newer wing was built. They locked the doors, cut the power, and left it to rot. From the outside, it looked normal, just another hallway. But inside, the floors were cracked, ceiling tiles sagged, paint peeled, and the smell of mildew hung thick in the air. Most of the time, it stayed locked. But sometimes we had to go in. Usually when management wanted something moved out of storage, or when security thought they saw motion on the cameras. And every time it felt wrong. It was about 1 in the morning when my supervisor handed me a clipboard. They wanted extra gurneys brought up for the ER. The only ones left were in the East Wing storage. I sighed, grabbed my flashlight, and unlocked the door. The hinges groaned like they hadn't moved in years. Inside, the air was heavy and damp. My light caught old beds shoved against the walls, cracked windows covered in grime, and wheelchairs lined up like skeletons waiting for something. The gurneys were near the end of the hallway. As I walked, my footsteps echoed strangely, like the walls were swallowing the sound. Halfway down, I heard a noise, a soft squeak, like rubber wheels rolling across tile. I froze. Slowly, I swept the beam down the corridor. One of the wheelchairs was turned at a different angle. I told myself I was imagining it, grabbed the gurneys and wheeled them out without looking back. A few nights later, security called me on the radio. Motion sensor went off in the East Wing. I went with another custodian named Luis. He laughed as we unlocked the door, but his laughter faded the deeper we went. The place was colder than usual. Our breath fogged in the air. We checked the rooms one by one. Dust, broken beds, nothing else. Near the old nurse's station, Luis froze. "Did you hear that?" he whispered. We both heard it. 3 slow knocks, like someone hitting a door with their fist. It came from a patient room at the end of the hall. We stood frozen. The knocks came again. Luis swore under his breath and backed away, but I stepped forward. I shined my light into the room. Empty. Dust covered everything. But the dust on the floor wasn't untouched. There were footprints, bare human footprints leading across the room and stopping at the wall. After that night, I started avoiding the East Wing. I traded shifts, made excuses, anything to keep away from it. But management didn't care. 2 weeks later, I got assigned to strip out old cabinets from the storage rooms. So back I went, alone. The moment I opened the door, the smell hit me. Damp concrete mixed with something sour, like rot. I pushed my cart in. The work was slow, and the silence made my nerves worse. Then I heard it again, the squeak of wheels. Closed this time. I swung the flashlight. One of the wheelchairs was in the middle of the hallway. I knew it hadn't been there minutes earlier. My chest tightened. The sound came again, the wheels squeaking, moving toward me inch by inch. I turned and ran, dragging my cart behind me. When I reached the exit, the heavy door slammed shut before I could touch it. The bang echoed through the hall. I pulled it open with shaking hands, stumbled into the main hallway, and locked it behind me. I told myself I was done. I wouldn't step into that wing again. But on my last month working there, it got worse. I was mopping near the locked door when I heard it. A voice, low, hoarse, coming from the other side. It whispered my name, slowly, like it was savoring each syllable. The mop slipped from my hands. I backed away, heart hammering. Then came the banging. 3 loud thuds against the door, rattling it in its frame. The metal screeched as if something was pushing from the other side. I ran. I didn't stop until I was outside under the streetlights, gulping cold air. I quit not long after. I never told management the truth, just said I found another job. But I'll never forget the basement smell, the squeak of those wheels, the bare footprints in the dust. And I'll never forget the way that voice whispered my name through the locked door. I don't know if it was a ghost or something else. All I know is this: that East Wing is still there, locked, waiting, And if you ever find yourself walking those halls at night and you hear wheels squeaking behind you, don't turn around because it's already closer than you think.